Work hard for what you want in life.
You work hard for what you want in life.
That your word is your bond, that you do what you say you're going to do.
That your word is your bond, and you do what you say.
That you treat people with dignity and respect.
That you treat people with respect.
Reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard.
The strength of your dreams and your willingness to work for them.
Work hard.
Work hard.
Work hard.
Work hard.
Work hard. Work hard. Work hard.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 49 of the Black Girl Boss Podcast. Before we start today's episode, I want to remind you that we are looking for Black Girl Boss brand ambassadors. So as an ambassador, you will have early access to episodes before they air, exclusive trainings, free business building resources, and priority for guest appearances on our show. So we are looking for Black Girl Bosses just like you to help spread the word of the Black Girl Boss podcast and all of the amazing things that we have planned for 2018. You can apply today at the link in our Instagram bio at Black Girl Bosses. Make sure you submit your application by the deadline of December 15th. Let's start the show. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity for us to talk about like how our Thanksgivings were, some things that we're thankful for this year. So let's start with you. Like, how was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was litty city. So I made crab dip once again. Normally I do crab dip and macaroni and cheese, but this year my mom was like, no, I got the macaroni and cheese, and my other aunt was like, I got the macaroni and cheese. But let's be clear, ain't nobody's macaroni and cheese better than my mom. So when I heard that my other aunt was making macaroni and cheese, so let me back up some so y'all can get the actual picture. I was at my aunt's house, and my other aunt was bringing the macaroni and cheese here. My mom was at her house with the mac and cheese. And everybody know mac and cheese is the biggest part of Thanksgiving, Christmas, and any type of occasion that you're going to have. So I'm like, I'm not about to mess up my Thanksgiving with her macaroni and cheese. So you know where I went? To my mama's house to get her mac and cheese. I was not playing. I'm like, I'm not. So, of course, coming back home after Thanksgiving, having leftovers, I tasted the macaroni and cheese. I'm like, my Thanksgiving would have been ruined if I would have had this. Like, I was so mad. It tastes like American cheese that you put on a sandwich, or I don't know. It was just not my mama's macaroni and cheese. But otherwise, Thanksgiving was cool. I actually went out to this lounge in D.C. called Amsterdam with my friend Kia that night. I don't even know. First of all, y'all hear me all the time on here. I don't even go out. So what possessed me to want to go out that night is beyond me. I'm like, oh yeah, let me go out to the lounge. I want to do some hookah. I don't know. I was just trying to live my best life. So on Thanksgiving, I ate good and I was living my best life. Oh, and I did some work. So, but that's inevitable. But yeah, Thanksgiving was cool. I don't really have much of a, the weird uncle come over and the clap back. So I don't really have too much of that. But the only thing I have is the macaroni and cheese story. So yeah. How was yours?
The wrong macaroni and cheese to have you, like, your relationship strained forever. Like, you mac and cheese on Thanksgiving, your Christmas gift's going to be affected. Like, don't ask me for your birthday. I'm just going to buy you cooking classes on how to fix your taco mac and cheese.
Right. My gift for you was learn how to cook this better, because next year we're not having this. And that's how I always take it, because I use my mom's recipe. So, like, I know it's going to be good. I know what I like. And it's not like I've never made it before for the family and they didn't like it. So why this year she decided she wanted to take this half cup? I'm like, you know what, it's fine, because I ain't eating this anyway. I'm not having it.
I posted some video on my Facebook that I saw. I think Tish texted me about it and was like, I just saw the most disrespectful thing ever. And she posted it on Facebook. So I saw it and I shared it. And it was these white people on some talk show talking about the ultimate mac and cheese for Christmas. For Thanksgiving. They put, first of all, the mac and cheese never went into the oven. I was like, what the hell? Never went into the oven. Then they put Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes, and stuff in the mac and cheese, and then sprinkle some type of they sprinkle quote unquote stuffing on top. I was like, yo, are you kidding?
Was it vegan mac and cheese?
No, it wasn't vegan. It was just white people mac and cheese.
Well, they can't be vegan because it was cheese. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Scratch that, y'all. Don't report. Look, put that on the record. I didn't just ask that.
But it looked so disgusting. I'm like, see, this is why I don't have white friends, because that is liable to get you blocked, cut off. I would never invite you to anything ever again. I would just go cold on you, because you would not never do no stuff like that. Like,
And you'd be so mad if you invited your friend to Thanksgiving dinner and they was like, okay, I got the mac and cheese dish and came with that, and y'all had no mac and cheese. Your only option was that. Yeah, oh, my God. Everybody would have to go home, and that food would just be thrown in the trash. Like, throw all of you out.
Exactly. But my Thanksgiving was good. It was at my mom's house. And so it was just me. My family is pretty small. It's no kids in the family. Everybody's grown. So it's literally just me, my grandmother, my aunt, my brother, my little cousin, and my mom. That's it. So, but my aunt has a boyfriend. So he came and he has like 3 kids. So I guess we inherited some extra kids this year because we don't have any kids. So Christmas is like kind of dry too because it's nobody young. Everybody's grown. So, yeah, it was fun though. My grandmother cooked. I do not eat anybody's cooking other than my grandmother's for any type of special occasion. So even if I come to somebody's house, I've probably already eaten at her house before. Like I do not play about anybody else's cooking but hers. So the food was bomb. She made, my favorite thing that she makes is stuffing. And so she don't use stovetop. If anybody breaks out stovetop around me, I'm side-eyeing you. But it's stovetop. It's not stovetop. It's the cornbread stuffing. And she puts like a little bit of celery, onions in it, and put like some of the, she call it the juice, but it's like the broth or the stock from the turkey. And it is so freaking good.
Girl, I know what you're talking about. My granny used to make it. Rest in peace, granny. But yes, girl, I know what you're talking about. Now that's the real stuffing, okay? Not stovetop, not out the box. But she used to use toast and cornbread.
Yep, my grandmother did too. She was like, she takes a couple pieces of bread and put it in there. So I was like, girl, it was. I had like endless to go place. They was like, who are you feeding? I'm like, me. Don't ask me no questions. I had all my stuff together. And of course, BJ was with me, so he enjoys my grandmother's food too. So we had fun. We ended up staying at my mom's house because food, itis, ain't nobody feel like going nowhere. But yeah, it was fun. Didn't do anything else really. Our lease is up in January, so Black Friday was spent apartment shopping. So I'm in there like, listen, do y'all got some Black Friday deals on this rent or these application fees? Because
I'm done. You gotta ask.
For real though. But yeah, so that was pretty much it. So in the spirit of Thanksgiving though, I did want to ask, like, what are some things that you're thankful for this year? It could be life, it could be business, it doesn't matter.
Oh, so much. Like life, of course, because a lot of people didn't get to see this year. A lot of people didn't get to make it, to Thanksgiving. A lot of people didn't get to make it to this point. So definitely life, another year of life. Thankful that my family is coming around to one another. I think that's like the biggest piece. Like they're actually talking. And I think, I told you several times, about how they are with each other. They're actually talking now to each other. So I'm definitely thankful to see that. I'm thankful for all of the people who entered my life this year and who have made it definitely better. Thankful for all the people who left and relieved me of the headache and all that negative energy. Shout out to y'all for getting the hell out of my life. Appreciate you. And I'm thankful for being able to become self-employed and not, at this point in time, this is the 3rd month almost, not having to go back, and feel the need to go back. So that's good. 3 months in, I think I'm doing damn good. I haven't felt like I had to go back or, whatever. Thankful for that. And just thankful for being able to have this gift of being an entrepreneur and a business owner, because it's really a gift. It takes a special person. So I'm definitely thankful for all of that. Just thankful for all the progress and things that God is doing for my life, and not really focusing on, what has happened that may have been negative this year, but just counting my blessings twice and just remembering that, what I'm receiving, a lot of people don't. So that's what I'm thankful for.
Yeah, man, I'm thankful for so much. Like this year has been such an emotional roller coaster for me, like good though. So it's just like, one thing I'm for sure thankful for is just my prayers that I specifically prayed being answered. Like one thing I specifically asked God for is my aunt, she has like terrible, terrible headaches, like hospitalized and migraines. And so I really prayed for her healing from her headaches. And I fast every week. I think I told y'all this before. So one of the things I really stood on, and even in the summertime, I fasted from alcohol. Y'all know I love my wine, so the struggle was real. I fasted from alcohol for 30 days, and one of the things I was asking God for was for her to be healed from the headache. So she had told me that she hasn't had headaches in some months now. So I was like super duper excited about that. That prayer being answered. Another specific prayer that I asked was, I wanted to be able to, and I mentioned it, I feel like when you went out of town for your birthday, but I wanted to be able to take my boyfriend BJ on a trip for his birthday in December, because when I first left my job, like, talk about support, like he really, really, really held me down, like in a point where it was like my money that I had saved up was running out and it wasn't being matched with enough income coming in. So it was times where like the struggle was like real. And so he always made sure I was straight, even extra stuff. Like if, let's say, it was a new software I wanted to try out for business and I couldn't necessarily afford to spend that money on it, he'll pay for it. Or hiring my business coach again, and I was like $1,000 I didn't have to just give to that. He'll pay for it. Like he just, without no questions asked, would just take care of anything that I wanted. Not even just my needs, but anything that I wanted. So I really wanted to do something nice for him for his birthday. But when I was fasting though, I still wasn't making a lot of money. So I was asking God for that when I didn't see where the money was going to even come from. So now last week I booked a trip for us. We're going on a cruise in December. So I'm excited because I was able to finally do that for him. So we're going to go on a 6-day cruise, Royal Caribbean, because I told you I ain't doing nobody's carnival. So not only am I able to take him on a cruise, but my little bougie needs will be met with a better cruise line and not like, one of the cheap ones. So we going for 6 days, 5 nights. Jesus, that's a long time, but I'm excited.
When you said that, I'm about to say, girl, you already know when I went on my first one, how I felt on 6 days. This is not your first one, right?
No, it's not my first one. And with this boat, though, it got so much stuff on it. I feel like we'll be fine. So yeah, I feel like we'll be fine, but I don't care. I will literally sleep on the deck by the pool all day and be chilling and be perfectly fine. So I'm excited to kind of see how I feel about the 6 days. I've been on like a 5-day before. So I think this extra day won't be that big of a deal.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to hear about Royal Caribbean because I think that's my next cruise line.
Yeah. So that one, so it wasn't too expensive. I mean, the whole trip for both of us was less than like $2,000. So that was good. Yeah. So that was good. But, I'm already dropping hints for my birthday. I'm like, listen, my birthday's in February and I always wanted to go to All-Star, but so we trying to figure out like All-Star or Mardi Gras for my birthday. So hopefully I do good enough on this trip, y'all, to where my birthday trip gonna be lit too.
You do good enough. Tatum.
What?
You do good enough. Look, we got some things to talk about. I'm gonna get some eyes over here and talk something good enough, but I think for what you said about BJ and everything, how he held you down, and on behalf of the Black Girl Boss Coalition, we must say it's a husband.
We'll see.
just let it's a whole husband.
It's a husband eventually. We'll figure out when the eventually is. I'll keep y'all posted on that one. He's gonna listen. I'm banking on your birthday. I'm banking that it's gonna happen in 2018. That this engagement is coming. BJ, if you're listening, I'm dropping hints. Okay, my girl need a ring. Okay. He gonna shake his head. I hope he don't listen to this episode.
No pressure. Just saying.
That is funny. But yeah, so those are the biggest thing, the bigger things that I'm grateful for. And also something I did a mastermind week before last with Raven, this girl named Jessica. Y'all might know her. Jessica goes by Irregular Jess on Instagram, and she has the Irregular Exposure store in Baltimore, which is a clothing showroom. I don't want to call it a boutique. I know she don't like that word. A showroom. And then she also has Irregular Exposure Fashion Academy, to where she turns people who want to be fashion designers and have fashion businesses. She helps them start those specific businesses. And she's bomb. So if anybody want to are in the fashion industry and you want a business coach that's going to help get your fashion business together with the manufacturer. She takes them to like New York Fashion Week and LA. Like, she's lit. So go to Jessica, at irregular_Jess is her Instagram, and irregularexposure.com is her website. But Nicole owns Print Beauty in DC, and she gets people's brows all the way together. So her, excuse me, who else? Tish was there. Who else was there? Annie, she's a dating coach from Philly. She's out here getting people married and stuff. I think, and Janae. Janae is a teen therapist. She's lit too. She does family therapy with like parents, and she helps teen girls get to the bottom of their issues and stuff like that. She's pretty dope as well. So anyway, all of these amazing people, we were masterminding together for a couple days. And one thing that came up with was like the poverty mindset. And so I never really thought about the poverty mindset before, but Raven was talking about how, like, when you start making money, you just start to realize the difference between that and then the poverty mindset. So you might have people, let's say with me buying some red bottoms or whatever. So people might look at me and be like, why did you buy those? You know what I'm saying? Or I'll have family members that be like, well, why did you buy those shoes? Or why did you do this? Or why are you buying a vacation for both of y'all? Like, people are really trying to count your money. Like, why don't you just do this? Or even the way the poverty mindset might manifest in us is, well, for me, the way it manifested in me, to be completely transparent, is I was almost scared to spend money. Because it was like, I don't know when I'm going to get this again. But that's not true, because you will get it again. But when you start making money in your business and you start seeing financial growth, you got to enjoy that as well. So one of the things I'm thankful for is kind of just understanding more about the poverty mindset, because it was something I was oblivious to before. And now being able to overcome it. So attaching certain, let's say, dollar amount rewards to things I'm accomplished. So let's say I meet my revenue goals, and you can buy a nicer pair of shoes, or you can, if you reach your quarterly goals or whatever, you can book another vacation. So stuff like that. I just really didn't realize how the poverty mindset was, because I was legit scared to spend money. Like, scared to spend money to where I ain't even really trying to buy food. Like, come on now, Tatum, it's $10. You're not trying to go to Chipotle. Like, come on. But it was literally like that, because for a good amount of time, well, not a good amount of time, but for a short period of time in my business, I wasn't able to do certain things. So now being able to buy stuff, and it's not that big of a deal financially. My bills ain't going to not get paid because I bought some red bottoms. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's like different. And so being in a room with those women, and a lot of them have multi-six-figure businesses, six-figure businesses, storefronts, like different experiences, and some very successful businesses. So just kind of having that conversation about the poverty mindset was pretty dope for me. So yeah, that's something I'm thankful for, just recognizing the poverty mindset and being able to break free of it. And then something a little bit more personal that I'm thankful for is just personal growth. So we've opened up a lot on this show about like our daddy issues, the issues that we have with our families and things like that, things we've gone through and things like that. So this weekend, I told y'all my father's locked up. So this weekend, me and my mother went to go visit him. So this is my first time being at a prison. And I'm like, bruh, like, you see people in there. And this was my first time visiting him too, because at first he was in like Kentucky, and that's dead. I'm not going all the way to Kentucky. So he's in Pennsylvania now. So we went there. But you see people like with their young kids, you know, like really, really young kids in there, got to go visit they peoples in there or whatever. But it was a lot, to be honest, to kind of just observe just the setting that I was in. But I'm grateful for personal growth, because me, like, in my teenage years or like my early 20s, when I wouldn't have even gone. You know what I'm saying? So for me to kind of be at the point of growth and understanding the concept of forgiveness and dealing with the way that people may disappoint you, but still being there for them anyway. People who are supposed to people, especially parents, like when parents disappoint us, it really hurts. So to be able to kind of deal with that, but still be there for him anyway, and still go visit and still do certain things, like I'd be shocked at myself because I have every right to not want to see you. You know what I mean? But just the level of growth that I've had is something I'm just so, so, so thankful for, because yeah, I could definitely be a lot angrier and I could definitely be a lot more things. But to be able to kind of even take the trip to go into and be in that type of environment is it's a lot. So I don't know. I'm just thankful for that, to be able to healthily deal with this situation of him being away.
Absolutely. I mean, it takes, like you said, it takes a lot of growth, and at the end of the day, you're definitely not blocking your blessings because you're keeping an open heart. And I think if you were to keep, a closed heart and be negative-minded on the situation and just harbor any of that negative energy or whatever you may feel towards him, that would definitely block your blessings. And you've been in a good space, so I'm very proud of you for doing what you did.
Thank you. I had to pat myself on the back. I'm like, girl, you growing up. I know that's right. You are growing.
I know that's right, growth. Hello, growth. Hey.
Because you would have cussed him out some years ago. Like, you would have went in there and flipped all them little tables around. Like, would have went off. You would have not even shown up for real some years ago. But yeah, man, growth is a beautiful thing. Okay, so switching gears some, I want to get to business and talk about like Black Friday. So Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So I got to be honest, I'm a tad bit skeptical about Black Friday and Cyber Mondays. So I put together, because I'm discontinuing or deciding not to continue going with the Black Girl Boss University. I was at home on Friday and I was like, I wonder if I put this out, because I was about to just do away with it. So it would have just been something you never saw again. So I was like, I wonder if I put this out as a product for a Black Friday deal. Let's just see what happens. And so I did, and I sold well. So, I mean, thanks for the income boost, but and it's great content. So I'm happy that some people will still be able to get those modules before they're gone. But I'm skeptical about Black Friday and Cyber Monday, because it's one, everybody's doing a sale. I get so many emails. It is so annoying about different sales. And my attitude is, if I wanted to buy from you, I would have done it already. But I know some kind of need to wait for the sale, or some people want to wait for the sale. I'm personally, I don't know. I'm just a little bit different. I feel like I would either buy from you already, or 10% off something that's $60 is not that big of a deal for me. So it might just be me, but I don't see how I see how it works for bigger companies. So for example, Best Buy, I will definitely buy a TV on Black Friday. Granted, I will probably just go pick from whatever TVs are left, because you will not catch me in nobody's line or fighting with nobody. But I will buy a TV, a couch, some type of expensive furniture, a computer, anything that costs me a significant amount. I will wait for Black Friday for that, because me saving $200 is a bigger deal to me than me saving $2 or $20. So I'm skeptical on how a small business or entrepreneur can really stand out to make people actually want to buy from them on Black Friday or Cyber Monday or Small Business Saturday. I don't know. I'm just skeptical on if that really works. And if it does, how does it work? So I don't know. What are your thoughts about it?
So I don't really necessarily mind Black Friday coming from an entrepreneur standpoint. It just depends. I know Raven had made a really good point last night. You're already not selling your product, and then you would do a Black Friday sale. You're not making no money, and that's all you're complaining about. So that's when I have a problem with it. If you're already making money, and then it's just a treat to your subscribers, just a treat to whomever, just hey, you know what? After I'm making money anyway, let me, this is doing good, so let me just go ahead and give you a discount real quick for a couple of hours. It's a different standpoint. And like I said, if you're not making money and you do that, I think that's dumb, because you're already cutting yourself. You're already not making money. You will cut yourself short some more. But why? So like I said, my standpoint is definitely different. I'm doing a Cyber Monday sale on Boss Bay products, and Boss Lady products and the Entrepreneur Brunch ticket. So as far as the Boss Lady products come, I actually got sent a lot of free products from what when I had talked about. So I had got like hella cups. And I sold out of my last cup. So I got hella cups for the free. So like you see, it wasn't really like a profit loss in this one. It's kind of like, okay, more ready, but let me do y'all a favor. These cups are free for me, so let me just go ahead and give y'all a discount. Like, that's just what that was. Shirts. Remember I told you the situation with the shirts? I had got all them shirts now.
Okay.
And I had got more for the weight. So more shirts. So that's just my thought process in that one for the Boss Lady products. And it's the end of the year. I'm about to actually change the shirt. Not change the shirt design, but I'm about to take a whole new route. So any shirts that I have that were, not done like the largest or extra large, whatever, I don't really care. They can go. The brunch tickets are doing great anyway. I normally don't start selling tickets until January. It's 120 tickets. And then I set a cap on how many tickets I was doing for Cyber Monday.
Right.
So I already budgeted out, like, okay, am I still going to meet what I need to meet? I'm going to fall a little bit short. I think it's probably like $100 less for me doing discounted tickets, whoop-de-doo, because at the end of the day, this is going to be the largest revenue stream that we've seen for the brunch since it started. So that didn't hurt. So it's like thought process like that. Now, if it was like, oh, yeah, you're probably not going to make as much as you're going to make, that you wanted to make this year, then I would have been like, yeah, no. Y'all just have to buy them tickets at whatever price. But no. And then I did 20% off, too. So I made sure whatever it was, I took it back down. So I made sure it met whatever it was the year before, if that makes sense. It wasn't anything less than I ever sold a ticket for. So, like, the VIP ticket is what the VIP ticket was last year.
Yeah, of course it's going to be like a floor for it. But that's a good point that you brought up about, like, if you're not selling products already, definitely don't put a deal on it, because it's not the price. It's people don't see value in paying the price. That's it's a marketing problem. So I get asked a lot too, like, oh, would you do Cyber Monday or deals or something on services? Hell no. Like, if you do these type of deals like Black Friday or Cyber Monday or whatever, let them just stick to products, because products are easier to do that. It's passive income, so of course you increase your passive income for a certain period of time, but don't be like, I'm doing a discount on my coaching program or I'm doing a discount on my consultations, because you're selling yourself short. And no to service-based discounts. It's a no. It's a no, because you're just totally devaluing yourself by doing that. But I was going to ask though, like, from your opinion, like, how does an entrepreneur stand out when it comes to these type of deals? If everybody is in your inbox and everybody is talking about a deal, like, how does your business stand out? I have my theory, but I wanted to ask you, like, how does your business stand out to make somebody want to come to Milan and buy this?
So, fun fact, shout out to my marketing coach, Tatum. We're talking about subject lines. And, of course, I learned, like, how long a subject line should be from school and stuff. And then Tatum was like, talk about saving time and, saving money. That's going to get people's attention. So, I know for, like, the media thing, having, media relationships is important. So, I put, like, what did I say? It was something along the lines of cheating, y'all. Don't judge me. But it was, like, something, just like cheating or something like that. And I know people being scandalous and being real messy. We're like, cheating, wait a minute. And then, of course, it said in the bottom, will save you thousands. So it's probably sound like a sugar daddy. So I took that approach, and this is, what's in now, that whole little sugar daddy feel, whatever. So I took that, and that, I think that's like the highest open click rate that I had in a really, really long time. So just getting a little bit creative on your subject lines and that, what is it called, Tatum, the preview text?
Yeah, the pre-header.
The pre-header text. Getting creative on that is what's going to help you stand out. Because a lot of times people are just saying, like, 40%. They're saying it's too much, or then you see it. Like, okay, I got it. You got to sell. But if you kind of offset it where it's not really saying, like, hey, sell, it's like, wait a minute. That's what's saying out, because everybody else is saying sell. And these people like talking about cheating and saving money. Like, hold on. Cheating and saving money? What's pizza? So I took that approach, and that definitely helped with standing out. And then also, giving them something different. Like, okay, everybody's selling clothes. Cool. Everybody trying to give you a discount on your eyebrows, getting microbladed. You know, give them something that's going to benefit their business. Or, you know, if they're not looking for business, or give them something that can last them in the long run. Like, it's not a one-time thing, in my opinion. Like, if you tell me, okay, yeah, get 50% off your microblading for one time, I'm like, dog, like, and how long that's going to last me? Give me a package. You know, give me like 3 something free, or 3, you know, buy one. Give me an incentive for the next time. And I think that's where we fail as entrepreneurs and business owners. We do it for that one time. Like, that's it, one time, and that's all you're going to get. When you're trying to do a service, or you're trying to sell a product for that matter, you're only focusing on, okay, Black Friday, get that one sale, or Cyber Monday. But at the end of the day, y'all both can benefit. Because if you get them something, that's going to make that customer loyalty come. They're going to feel like, okay, well, you know, they did it for me. Like, okay, I got this, that, and the third. Cool, I'm going to keep coming back to this person. I like their service, blah, blah. It gives you a chance to prove yourself, and they come back, and after that, you have a loyal customer. So they're not just going to leave after they've experienced you twice or whatever. So that's just my personal opinion on the uniqueness and being creative, honestly.
Yeah, and I will also add, it's important that you put in the work before Black Friday. So, like, and when I say put in the work, it's like, don't prep people for a sale. Because if people were willing to pay you your full rate at first, and then you're talking about it's a sale coming for X amount of months prior, or X amount of weeks, days, whatever, then they're going to be like, oh, well, let me just wait until Black Friday then. And then you left money on the table. So it's important to, when I say prepare ahead of time, is you have to make sure your brand, you have to build up that brand loyalty. Like, you have to make people buy into what you're selling. You have to position yourself as an authority in your field. Make sure your marketing is on point so people understand what you do, what you have to offer, how you're going to save them time and money, because that's what people care about. How your product or service is going to benefit them, etc. Like, those are the things that you have to start doing beforehand. Getting from behind the computer screen and allowing people to get to know who you are, because of course people buy from people and not necessarily from brands unless you're like a big company. So it's important to kind of prep your marketing in that way. So the sale is kind of just like the sense of urgency, not the reason that somebody the sale is like the thing that makes them buy right then and there, as opposed to something that they wait around for, if that makes sense. So
yeah, let me chime in really quick, because that's a good point that you made. So with Lindsay and I, we did a Black Friday sale. And what we did to prepare for that was, you know, we started our mailing list and telling people, to subscribe to our mailing list to get X, Y, and Z. So we were sending out certain freebies every Friday, to lead up to that Black Friday sale. So we were sending out certain freebies, and it was surrounding what we were going to put out. So, like, I know we sent one out, like, how to identify your target media list. So she was, like, we both sent out, like, a template. So I would send out more so the structure of it, and then she would send out the worksheet for it. Like, so you could understand this is how it's supposed to go, this is the process, and then she would send out the template, or it would be vice versa. So in the midst of leading up to Black Friday, we were sending out things surrounding our Black Friday product sale, and we were building our mailing list on top of that. So they were feeling comfortable. People were loving the freebies, so they were excited to know, because we were giving them basically everything they needed to know, and that final step was that product. So yeah, you got this, you have all this, but it's not going to be too successful without X, Y, and Z. But they trusted in it because they saw what we were providing. In the meantime, between time, they knew that we knew what we were talking about. Okay, got it, makes sense. And then we're going to provide you with the template where you can, only thing you got to do is insert here. We're going to provide you with the pitch planner where you can keep up with your pitching campaigns and your angles, which is important to document and to have. And then we're going to provide you with the press replay masterclass where you are getting an inside scoop of how to get Forbes, how to get the Huffington Post, how to get X, Y, and Z. So that's kind of like the approach that we took. So yes, you're absolutely right with the preparing beforehand, because we did that, a lot of that. We also did Instagram lives and stuff, and it wasn't even really like you said, oh, a sale is coming. We were just talking about the products. Like, yeah, we had this product, I'm going to release it soon, but it wasn't like, oh, this day on Black Friday. You know, we never had said exactly what was coming out on Black Friday until like that Tuesday. Or I didn't even say mine out honestly until I think Thursday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was going on sale that night, or not to the Wednesday night and Thursday morning.
Got you. Yeah, and the key word in that, guys, is trust. So you have to build up trust before you start asking people to spend their money, because like we said, if ain't nobody buying it before, they're not going to buy it because it's a deal attached to it. It's a lack of trust, or they might not need what you're selling, or you're targeting the wrong people. It could be a variety of problems. But yeah, it's important to build up that trust before Black Friday. So how did you guys, what system did you have in place? Because I like to talk about systems, because I think that this is something that people really, really overlook, because it's the holiday. You want to be able to enjoy your family as well. You want to be able to not be as hands-on. And with the way technology is, every revenue stream should have a system in place. Like there should be, when your Black Friday deal or new product or whatever drops, it should be on autopilot at that point. Like you should not be doing anything unless you have a physical product. You should not be doing anything but packaging and shipping once you press play on the system. So for you guys that's listening, if you don't have systems in place, and this is not even just for any type of deal, but if you don't have systems in place for your business at all, I promise you're leaving money on the table, because you're spending time doing things that you don't need to spend time doing if you would just create a good system. So what system did you guys have in place so that once these orders start rolling in, it's smooth sailing?
So basically, we did it on Lizzie's website, PR Girls Do It Better, and we had it through PayPal, good old PayPal. So all you had to do literally was go to the website, purchase it. It gives you the downloadable link to it. Because I think her website is through Weebly, so Weebly allows you to have like a downloadable thing. So once you purchase it, you can download it. You can download whatever bundle. So purchase it, you download the bundle, comes right to you. It goes in our PayPal account. All we got to do at the end of the sale, or whenever we stop the sale, or whatever the case was go in, okay, Lindsay, we already talked about, out of what you provided, how much you make, out of this, Rolanda, how much you make. Okay, so we sold these and these sales, so divide that by this and a third. All you got to do is transfer that amount of money. So it wasn't even like a hard thought process, because the math was simple. Like we just had to do that quick little math, okay, take this amount out of PayPal, send it over. It was like literally just like that. So we going through our whole day. All we got to do is check the sales at the end of the day. It was like literally that simple. Like it was nothing to it. And then as far as like the marketing and stuff, if you have like a MailChimp, MailerLite, whatever, you can schedule when the mail goes out. It could be a Monday. You could schedule it for a Sunday. So, we did all of those pre-things too, and we discussed it like, okay, what's your freebie? We literally did all the groundwork well beforehand. So a lot of this stuff, like let's say a freebie went out on Thursday or Friday, I did that freebie last Friday and scheduled it. So like you said, it was just getting the groundwork done, and we didn't have to worry about anything. Just watch the revenue come in and enjoy giving you all something that you could utilize. So that was it was so simple. Like it was not stressful at all.
Yeah, and I know it sounds simple because y'all know to do that. It's like second nature. But for people who are new in business, this is something I really work with my clients on, so they can understand the importance of systems and processing, so it can't be that simple when it's time to finally start launching your products or presenting a new product to the world or whatever. But all of that stuff took work. They had to have an email list. So they had to make sure beforehand they were building up that email list, and they were doing it by giving out freebies, but they had to make sure they were building up that email list so that this deal was going out to as many people as possible. They had to make sure that they wrote each individual email that was going out, uploaded it into MailerLite, MailChimp, whatever they use. They had to make sure they do that. They had to make sure they checked the numbers. They had to make sure that their subject line, their pre-header text, the email was constructed in a way that stood out. So it took a lot of moving parts for them to be able to make that happen. But a lot of people, especially that are new in business, like to skip these integral steps. Like you think, all right, let me just write these emails and send it out. It don't work like that. And that's what I was telling Milan, talking about like emails or whatever. Like, look at the email and make sure that the email is crafted in a way that increases your open rate. So again, you guys that's listening, really focus on the systems when you're doing stuff so that you can be able to have a smooth sailing a Black Friday or Cyber Monday deal if you decide to do one. I didn't do all of that. I told you on Friday, I was like, well, let me just see what happens type of thing, because I told y'all I'm skeptical on the whole thing. So, and most of the things that are in my consulting business are service-based right now. So it ain't no Black Friday deals on that. So I had to make sure, I just wanted to kind of see. And so I see it is like a good boost in income, but still, I'm still not sold on Black Friday or Cyber Monday. But I'm not a product-based business. I'm not an information-based business. I'm a transformation-based business. So the things that I value the most require me to have a service, if that makes sense. So you guys that's listening who may be like, oh, I feel like I'm missing out on money because of Cyber Monday or Black Friday. And you might be, but you got to think, like, is that couple $100 that important? Or do you want to take the time to build out, or do you want to focus more so on the service-based aspect of your business? Or let's say you are a product-based business, that might be something that Black Friday and Cyber Monday are something that may be important for your business because it's product. But for you guys with a service-based business, really think about that. Think about, are you really willing to discount your services, which I'm telling you, as your resident business coach, it's a no. But think about it for yourself. Like, is that something you really want to do? Or is it really worth it for you to put together some products to sell to make an extra couple $100? To me, it's not. But you have to figure that out for yourself as well. So, yeah, I just want to go ahead.
Like, I mean, figure out what you're doing it for. Like, you really just like genuinely want to do it and test it out. Okay, I'm always for trial and error. I haven't said don't do it, but if you really feel like you need to just to get out your system and see, go ahead and do it. If it don't work, don't say we didn't try to tell you. But if you feel like I said, I'm always for trial and error. I'm the one else. I'm gonna try. If it fails, it's gonna fail. But try it if you really feel it. You heard what we had to go through to do it. Tatum told you her reservations. But if you feel like you go ahead and do it, go ahead and do it.
Do it on what? Products or services?
I'm saying if they feel like it's really in there equal, like even though you just told them don't do it on products or whatever, and they still want to do it, go ahead and do it. Try it. But we gave you the warning of what could happen and what not to do.
Yeah, discount your services. Go ahead. I'm saying yes to products, no to services, to be clear. But discount it on your services. Try it. Okay, go ahead, try it. I told you so. So when you're talking to these people who only paying you $99 for $999 worth of work, then don't say I ain't told you so. You mad because you got all the stuff that you got to do now and you sold yourself short. So
yes, to make it very clear, y'all didn't hear me say that I gave a discount on my PR services, right?
Yeah.
Just so we clear, to make sure all y'all heard I ain't say that.
If you would have did that, I would have called you and be like, hey, take this down. Like, what are you talking about right now? What are you doing?
That. Look, you know that wasn't happening. That was not happening. Sorry.
Yeah, but some people might feel like, oh, I need a product. So let's focus on the service-based business. So some people in service-based businesses might feel like they need to put together a product in order to sell for Black Friday or Cyber Monday. So I sold a product that was already available for like the Black Girl Boss audience just to see how it worked, just to see, what would happen. But if I was, let's say, to do something like hurry up and do like a webinar or something, if I was to hurry up and like put together some type of workbook or something to sell for Black Friday, I would be selling my audience short. Like the Black Girl Boss University stuff is good. Like it's 7 whole modules for $47. Like something that I was about to just delete because I'm not doing it again. Why not on that? But like for me, if I was to really like think about putting together a product for the sake of Black Friday or Cyber Monday, like that would be the wrong intention. That would be me just trying to shortchange my customers for a couple extra $100. Like that's just not right to me. And there are some people who are service-based businesses who feel like they have to do that. You and Lindsay already had this stuff. Like your Be Your Own Publicist program was already done. You've been working on that for months. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys already had, so that's different. But for the person who feel like they were missing out, then they just need to know that never sell your audience short at all for some coins, for especially small coins like Black Friday. Well, it's not small coins for everybody, but it's probably going to be small coins if you didn't actually take the time to put in and make sure everything was right. So
yeah, and if you really didn't know what the need of your audience was, because if you're going to put something out and your audience didn't really need it, then you're going to be disappointed as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say if you're putting out something like, that's BS. Like, we know that not a lot, everybody wants to be featured in publications. We know that, but they don't. A lot of people don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
So we knew that was a need of, and we follow a lot of people now, and people that follow us are, they have services, they have products, or whatever the case may be. But long story short, people want to get in the media any way they can.
Mm-hmm.
They even got a little BS something, they going to try to do it. But, we just provided that because we knew that was a need. We knew that's something that people were wanting, looking for, hiring publicists for, mainly for just that. When, okay, here's a quick little tip. You still going to need a publicist in the long run because you're not going to feel like doing this all the time. And you're not going to be able to make all the connections in the world that somebody may have. And it will take a little bit longer. But just to get you in those, good publications and getting your media list up, here's a treat, here's a tip, So.
Yeah. People who, the audiences are different as well for your products versus services. The people who are going to buy that product can't afford a publicist. So it's easy for you to create that fill that void for the people who aren't ready to invest in the retainer of a publicist. It's easy for that. But some people, they be putting their whole coaching program into a product trying to, and the person that paid you made the person think that they can get for $47 what they would be able to get if they work with you one-on-one to grow their business. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference between serving a need at a lower price point for somebody who isn't your target audience or isn't your ideal client, than to just try to sell everybody a product, because that's when you're going to sell yourself short and really leave money on the table.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yes. Okay. Well, I got a dip. I got a call. So thank you guys.